Hello everyone, welcome back. Conan Experts here with another video, and today we are looking at very specific formulas. We're actually doing some summation. We're doing an average. We are also doing a count. We are looking into how to check the maximum value within a range and also to check the minimum value. So in your day-to-day operations, you might find that you need to quickly compute an average, quickly compute the count, how many items do you have in that range, what's the biggest number, what's the smallest number, and so on and so on. So essentially, in Excel, it's possible to enter formulas in two ways. Or when selecting the cell, when the cell is selected, you can simply type in equals and you are in formula mode. Alternatively, you can come in here, go to the formula, look for the specific formula you want, select OK, and then it allows you to select the range. So by selecting the range, I can select like that, hit enter, and OK, it gives me a summation. Alternatively, for those of us from a coding background, entering the formula, just the essential part of it, if it's a sum, it can give you sum if, it can give you sum ifs, and all these are formulas we'll look at throughout the series. It's going to be a big series, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like the content. So today we are looking at sum. Once you find the formula you want, just hit tab, it selects the formula. The next thing, using your mouse button, hold down the left button on the first cell, select the last cell, then hit enter, and it gives you the sum. So quickly doing the same for average, for the same, enter, it gives you the same account of what you want, the range, enter. And for the maximum, you don't have to type maximum, you can just put in max and select the range, enter, gives you the same. For the minimum, simply using the min function gives you the same results. So this is one way to do it. Another way is using an automated function. For example, if I select the cell A9 and come over to AutoSum, the moment I click on AutoSum, it selects the range, enter, it gives you the same sum we had. But now it again depends on where you place your mouse, the cell you select. So for example, if I select this cell, hit AutoSum, it doesn't know which range. Why? Because looking to the left, there are no cells with any content. Looking above it, there are no cells with any content. So when you're using the auto summation or the auto formula bar, you need to be careful about it. For example, if I press auto sum at this point, you notice that it's summing the wrong range. Now in this scenario, you'd have to come here and select this. But it is possible to use the auto sum tool. Use the mouse button, hold down the left button, select the range, press enter, it gives you the formula. This auto sum tool isn't only restricted to summation, it can also perform average, it can perform counts, it can perform maximums, etc. So for example, if I select the average, I come back here and select my range, press enter. You see, this is much easier. If you are not well versed with how formulas really work, you can take a count, again come here, select your range, enter. You can also use the maximum, come here, select your range, enter. And finally, for today's formulas, we can use the mean in a similar fashion. So essentially with Excel, the key is knowing where to get the formula. In case of functions, how to input the formula manually or using the automation tool. And this automation tool is not only restricted to that, it can do just about anything if you understand exactly what you're looking for. And if, for example, right now some advanced formulas like VLOOKUP are not here, I can come to all, or I can even go sort financial formulas, date formulas, all these are possible. For example, if I wanted to check today's date, simply typing in today, tab, enter, it gives me the date today in that format. So if you want to do additional formatting on this, you can come here, select short date, long date, etc. So the key to entering any formula in Excel is always putting in the equal sign before the text, before you begin entering any text, because If you do not put in the equals sign, Excel treats this as regular data entry. But if you begin your formula with equals or plus, it understands that this is a formula. So let me show you an example. If I put in plus 7 plus 2, the reason it brings this is because we had formatted as date, but if you format as general, this is what happens. But if you look here, you notice that it shows it's a formula. But now necessarily it doesn't mean that it will work with all formulas. You see, if I use the plus sign, I can still select my range and it gives me the same sum we have here. So the key with Excel is how you put in the formula. If you begin your formula with the basic arithmetic symbols like equals, plus, minus, for example, if I put in minus, sum, enter, let's see what happens. See, it returns a negative summation of the same. If, for example, within this cell it was -5, this is what happens. So how you use the formulas depends heavily on how you have entered the formula within the cell. If you have used the automation tool, that is much more secure, but for advanced personnel, advanced Excel users, database users, data crunchers, we tend to prefer to enter the formula manually, because in that sense, if you understand the formula, it's quicker and it's easier to put in layer after layer of formulas within the same cell. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Catch you on the next one.